of all days. We'd spent it at the lakeside, picnicking. I was pregnant for the first time. I lay in the hotel bedroom waiting for Georg. Reading.
Can you remember what you were reading?
Oh, I was a voracious reader in those days. Montaigne, Francis Bacon. I read the same page again and again that night. Waiting. Counted the roses in the wallpaper. Imagined Georg drowning. Floating. Imagined lovers. I pretended to be asleep when Georg came in. Pretended not to smell his breath as he climbed into bed. Then, as the shame and panic of my dreams came back to me, I turned. He put his hand on my breast. He saw my eyes were open, my mouth waiting for his. And he looked at me with hatred. I'd rather make love to a sow in heat. His hand left my breast. And though he never touched me, I felt him spin my head round and burning. Felt it like a blow. I couldn't cry. I couldn't move.
Listen to me. You are no longer at Alcé, at the hotel. No longer in trance. You're back in your own house on the Ringstrasse on a fine May afternoon. Can you remember what you told me?
Every word. Oh. Strange, isn't it, that I couldn't remember it till now? It seemed so clear in my mind.
What is the date today?
24th? Of course. My father's birthday. How did you know?
You mentioned it yourself 3 days ago.
He would have been 80. It was his 61st birthday that day at Alcé. Why do they hide from me these memories? As if my life had been chopped into pieces. Why? I can remember once, when I was 15, propped up in bed, some childhood illness, and my grandmother was sitting beside me, reading to me, while I entertained improper thoughts. And she shot me a look as if she knew. And at once I felt such a pain here, as if she pierced my brain. It's as though I have the power to convert ideas into flesh. The slap that never came except in words. The nails that I feel sometimes inside. The ball that rises in my throat when I have to swallow something unpalatable to my mind. And even... My dear, when I look at you and once more think improper thoughts, I am so filled with shame, I feel dizzy. I've told you more things in these last few months, more things than I care to remember. Sometimes in the night I wake and blush to think of what I've said to you the night before. Is it possible, do you think, that I am to be free of the slap? Or is it just another interval at the play?
If other patients are anything to go by, you will be free of that particular symptom.
Why? Just by telling you?
No, not by telling me. By reliving the events. You've told me about the incident before.
I have.
You told me calmly, of your own free will, here in this room. But you told me without emotion, embarrassed by the stranger you were telling. So you've forgotten it. As surely as you did the night itself at Hysteria. Then too, but far more powerfully, you withdrew from the experience and left a poisoned thorn in the memory. Now, at last, you've drained the poison.
And I told you before? And treated you like a stranger?
Well, that was weeks ago. Today we've tunneled deep, and I think I've earned a cigar.
Dear friend, you have been cunning with me in more than one respect. You know what I'm talking about. You rejected my love for you. I thought at first it was because I was old and worthless to you. And now I realize you were making me work all the harder to satisfy you with my memories. But you know, too, that in my mind you are still my lover.
I doubt if that's what Breuer means by the cathartic method.